So now it looks like they still have $3 billion. We're close to it, like 2.9 billion of Bitcoin that they confiscated. And they may still continue to sell, right? So this is something to worry about. They moved another 24 million to Kraken and Coinbase. Arkham is tracking this, right? So for whatever reason, they feel compelled to sell right now, like at this point in time. Don't know why. They don't want to do it at the end of the year when Bitcoin's at six figures. No idea why they're doing it now, right? So there is a little bit more fun about this. And I don't know why someone like Kraken or Coinbase, maybe they should reach out and say, hey, you can sell OTC, we'll buy it, we'll find a seller for you, right? Rather than having them dump on open market. So this is still left though. I feel like, in my opinion, the miners are close to basically being done. I don't think that they're going to sell much more. I think same thing with ETFs. Even though there's a lot of outflow right now, BlackRock is not selling. And when the market starts turning around, you go see those outflows turn into inflows really quickly. Mt. Gox fears right now, yes, there's a lot of fear, but distribution does not mean panic dumping. So I think the only thing we really have to worry about or pay attention to, not like there's anything we could really do besides just DCA more, is to see what the German government is going to do with the remaining 2.9 billion dollars of Bitcoin. Are they really going to dump it all on the spot market? Someone needs to step in and tell them this is a bad idea. This does not need to be done like this. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And look at this, $11 billion worth of shorts that can contribute to this next leg up. It certainly will. Around 72,000, just to get back to 72,000. And I like to remind you guys, we're back at 72,000, right, at beginning of this month, around the 7th, 8th of June. So just to get back up there, we'll liquidate about $11 billion worth of shorts. That is what I like to see. Okay. The bears are feeling confident. They are piling on the shorts. And what I love to see more than anything is for us to get back up there and wreck those bears. $11 billion. Bitcoin's going sideways, but I got some really good news in terms of a turnaround. Okay. Number one, the ETFs finally started seeing inflows. You could see we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 massive outflow days. But then we started getting inflows. In fact, the inflow on Friday was pretty significant. $73 million worth. And IBIT continues to get more and more and more inflow. In fact, on Friday, IBIT itself got 82 million. So Larry Fink, he knows what's going on, right? I reported that he's using his other funds to buy IBIT. That's probably the reason why IBIT has seen no outflows, because he's using other funds and probably other companies that he has that continues to buy and buy and buy it, right? So he knows. Unlike the others like Fidelity or Grayscale or others that have massive outflows, BlackRock has no outflows. During that extended selling week, no outflows whatsoever. So think about that. Okay, maybe he knows something's going on. Maybe he's the one that's manipulating the prices, telling others to sell, right? But what I do know is this. If you look at what he's doing, that is the correct option, basically, to hodl. Hodl, and when you can, DCA. That's exactly what BlackRock is doing with IBIT right now. Okay, now that's number one. ETF inflows, that's terrific. Okay, no more outflows, at least right now. The last 4 days, inflow, let's see, this next week, but inflows are always good. And here's the second thing that shows an imminent turnaround is right around the corner, and that is miner capitulation. Okay, I've talked about how some miners are selling. They can't survive, so they are dumping and they're closing operations. In fact, if you look at the hash rate drawdown, which means A ton of mining machines have been turned off, so the hash rate is actually coming down. Yes, the network can measure it. This is as low as the bottom point after FTX. That was all the way December 2022. And I know you guys, a lot of you guys remember that when we had a lot of black swans in 2022, right? So the hash rate drawdown right now is as bad as when FTX collapsed. So that kind of shows you too that the miners, even though a lot of them have left, a lot of them have dumped, whenever miners capitulate and finally stop selling, that's when things turn around in a big, big way. So those are the two sides, the two signals, ETF inflows and now miner capitulation, right? I know a lot of you guys don't believe that a turnaround can happen. But you know what? Just I got a funny story to share with you guys. It's not funny, but it's a legit story. I last night I was out with someone that I haven't seen for a very, 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 very long time. Very long time. One of my friends' friends. And we were talking about Bitcoin. And here's the thing. He said, I heard about Bitcoin years ago when it's $1,000. I didn't take the time to learn more about it. And I still don't know enough about it. But back then, I didn't know where to go to buy Bitcoin. So I never did. And I'm like, my friend, do you realize that had you bought Bitcoin at that time, that was probably 7 years ago in 2017, you'll be up at least 60x just with Bitcoin. 60x, that's within 7 years. What other investment, take a second to think about, has gone up 60x in 7 years? Almost nothing. Maybe Nvidia. I don't even know if Nvidia did it, right? And yeah, and this person is feeling pretty stupid. And I'm not calling them out because I'm just saying there are a lot of people that are like this. They keep waiting, they keep holding, they keep maybe hearing the FUD and think that, hey, this is not a good time to buy. Everyone thinks so. But then when you zoom out a few years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, then you realize, oh my God, I had a golden opportunity to buy, right? Imagine going back in time and being able to buy Bitcoin at $1,000, okay? Or even $15,000 by, at the low point of 2023, Bitcoin was at 15,000. That wasn't that far off, right? But think about it. So that's why I keep telling guys to stay focused, stay encouraged, and continue to hold on DCA because that's the right strategy. That's the only strategy you need to employ to make massive amount of gains with Bitcoin and crypto.